欲しいものをもらうだけさ。フェイトグランドオーダーコスモス・イン・ザ・ロストベルト妖精円卓領域アバロン・ルフェ血染めの冠お一つどうだい。
Hello everyone, welcome back for some more Let's Play Fate Grand Order. We are back in the past again. We're going to see what is up with Mash and Ash and Todorot and Ector and who knows who else. We still don't exactly know what's going on here, right? We have some ideas, but we're going to have to see. Anyways, let's go. Let's see. My theories might have been quashed by the whole there's two Morgans thing, and apparently one of them is a ruler. So we'll have to see. After the incident at the pit, oh right, the pit beast. After the incident at the pit, Mash and Ash, that's fun to say. I know it's supposed to be like Aish, but I'm just gonna say Ash. It's easier. Mash and Ash began investigating the ruins all around Britain. Their only leads were the stories passed down within the Mir clan and the murals left by the Rain clan. And so, they set out from west to east on a great adventure in search of written records left behind by humans. Between running into moors, getting attacked by anti-Londinium fairies, and fighting the occasional giant monster when Ash felt like it, things weren't always easy. But when all was said and done, these travels became lovely memories. Of course, it helped that Mash was always so strong and awesome no matter what. This is clearly Todorot writing this, you know, under instruction from Mash. Hey Mash, didn't you call me by some weird name when we first met? I guess I did. I'm sorry. You look so much like someone else I knew that it just slipped out. Really? There's someone out there who looks just like me? What are they like? I only spent a little time with her, but that was enough to know that she's a wonderful person. She's brave and kind and dependable, and spends a lot of time in her workshop making all sorts of clothes. Her name is Habitrot. She's a very happy fairy who wants nothing more than to be a friend to brides everywhere. Whoa! There's a fairy like that in the future, huh? Well, I guess her name does sound a lot like mine. Maybe it's a fake name, like Ash's. Huh? Interesting. Maybe she's trying to cover up her true name. That's enough, Mash. You agreed not to tell us too much about the future, remember? No. A fake name, huh? You're right. I'm sorry. I thought it would make Todorot happy and I didn't stop to think about what I was doing. Gotcha. You can be pretty careless sometimes, huh, Mash? I'm sorry, too. Still, I like the idea of being friend to brides everywhere, too. That sounds like a great life to me. Well, they had a lot of conversations like that, so I thought I'd include one for posterity. Anyway, their search through the ruins lasted about 5 months. It sounds like a long time, but for fairies, it's like 5 days. They didn't learn much, but they didn't give up either. They kept doggedly pursuing the threads of Britain's history, and eventually arrived at the priestess's prophecy. It was Britain's first prophecy of destruction, a curse left behind by the first human, the priestess of the enshrined deity. It predicted there would be 4 major wars named after the 4 seasons, but the War of Winter had not yet happened. They never did find out what it meant. Really, all we got from our expedition was a lot of fun memories. And while I know I've already written this down several times, let me remind you again that this took place in the Fey Era 400. Now there are only a few days left to go until the coronation at Londinium, which would decide the fate of all of Britain. And as one of the key figures in that coronation, Ash needed to return to the castle soon. There, the needlework's all done. All I have to do now is make the embroidery motifs. I think I'll make a purple rose for Ash and a blue rose for Mash. Let me see. You did a good job. I have no complaints. You've gone from crybaby to expert. That's why I love handicrafts. Although I'm not sure about using embroidery for the brooch. Ash is going to be queen, so she should have something that shines. I think a pattern of beads modeled after the world tree should do the trick. Here, give me that. Let me show you how it's done. Well, have you always been that good with your hands, Black Knight? You're like some sort of sewing master. I mean, knight Knight and needlework is the same thing. A lot of stabbing, sometimes blood. Todorot's changed so much since you came along, Mash, and it's all thanks to you. We've been together for hundreds of years, but I've never seen this side of her before. I really am a terrible friend. I was so caught up in fighting I never even noticed what Todorot was going through, and she's always been there for me. Oh no, it was nothing. I just happened to be in the right place at the right time, that's all. And the only reason Todorot got interested in making clothes in the first place is the upcoming coronation. She said she wanted to make you a gown so pretty you'd be the fairest fairy in all of Britain. So I'm sure she would have gone on to become a great tailor, even if I'd never shown up. What's with that? Every time they cut to a character's face and they're making a face and they don't say anything, it's like, what are you trying to say? Alright, I think you deserve to know at least a little of how I really feel. I'm no savior, Mash. All I want to do is keep Britain itself alive. Oh! You don't care about the fairies, and you only care about Britain. I say. I no longer have... Oh, wow, there we go. Alright. Yeah, okay, well. Huh. You don't say. Now, there's a few questions I still have, but I feel like this is maybe neatly slotting itself into what I originally thought. I no longer have any intention of saving all its fairies or of protecting humans like you. Huh? What are you saying? You are protecting everyone. I've seen it myself. Here's the thing, Mash. For the last 3,600 years, I've been dispelling the calamities that appear every 100 years, and the great calamities that appear every 1,000. Before, when I said I would let the fairies handle the aftermath and go to sleep in the coffin, well, it wasn't the whole truth. The truth is, every time I saved them from a calamity, the fairies would come after me. I've never known a moment of true peace. The only thing I could ever do was run for my life and hibernate for years at a time. Yeah, so kind of, again, it might not be intentional, but big Arcuid vibes from that, right? A true ancestor who fights the true ancestors, but is still attacked for doing what she does. I'm sure that at the start I really did want to build an ideal nation, but not now. Not anymore. Every time I decide to work harder and finally get it right next time, I only ever end up having more stones thrown at me. I've been imprisoned, crucified, beheaded, drowned, burned. Okay. The only thing they haven't done is poison me. So by now, I've stopped putting my hopes in fairies. My only companions are Todorot, the Black Knight, and Rhynek. I'm not even sure about Uther. But even they only see me as an important tool. Nothing more. Oh, you're broken. So I only fight to protect Britain for itself. It's the only place I belong. That's why I'm going to unify the fairies and give humans the right to build a kingdom. That's the Britain I want. The sort of story proper human history would never allow. I've never been Ash the Savior. I'm just Ash the Witch. But surely there must have been at least one good fairy, right? One who believed in you and understood you. Wasn't there ever a single fairy you genuinely wanted to help? No, there wasn't. Not a single one. That's why things turned out this way. Mash, you came here from the heir of the High Queen. I don't know what faction you belonged to in that time. I can never know, for if I did, that would change what happens in the future. I've been vacillating. Vacillating? That's a new one. I've been vacillating for a long time now about whether to kill you or save you. But I don't think it matters now. It's the Fae era, a history entirely of the Tree of Emptiness's making. And as long as that tree exists, anything goes in this Lostbelt. No matter what may be added to this world, it will simply adjust its history to match. Huh. Things don't have to make sense in a world with a Tree of Emptiness. Interesting. The reason Morgan was so cavalier about using the water mirror to send things back in time to the Fae era is her awareness that nothing which changed in the Fae era will affect the start of the era of the High Queen. She you're saying worlds created by trees of emptiness can tolerate a fair number of discrepancies without falling apart? That's intriguing. That's right. That's why I'm here. The Fey Era is the last point in time where things can be so wibbly-wobbly. That's a Doctor Who reference. I know that. She's British. Of course she knows Doctor Who. The moment you spoke of the era of the High Queen, I had a flash of insight as to how the future must have played out. She must have used all the magical energy stored inside the Tree of Emptiness to transform this Lostbelt into a singularity. I still don't know why she chooses to do that until the time comes, of course. But in the meantime, Mash, I can tell you that you can only exist while the Fey Era lasts. In 400 years, at the start of the era of the High Queen, you'll disappear, whether you're still alive or dead. You do understand that, right? Yes. I arrived in Britain in year 2019 of the era of the High Queen. Since I didn't exist in that era before that date, when the Tree of Emptiness dies, I swear, just because Fey Era's history can be changed, that doesn't give her the right to send every problem she can't handle back to the past to let nature disappear it for her. Now she's starting sending servants as well as calamities? Unbelievable. That's just pathetic is what it is. I guess the least I can do is make things right. Since I'm mixed up in all this too, it's my responsibility to send you back to the future where you came from. Are you sure? No, wait. Is that even possible? In a way, yes. It should work as long as there aren't any historical inaccuracies, inconsistencies leading up to the calamity of Norwich in the year 2019 of the era of the High Queen. So, how do you feel about hiding out at the farthest edge of the world where no one would ever see you? Are we doing this thing again where we're just gonna put her in a rock, have her wait thousands of years? We're doing this again? We're doing this again? Oh no. That nearly broke the world's greatest shut-in. We're gonna do that to MASH? I sure hope not. It's gonna make me sad. Sorry, Albion? Why are we doing Albion? What? That's not Orkney. Oh no. Well, we got some mores to deal with first. Number of classes here. Let's just be silly. Alright, so we're gonna go... Oh yeah, and I got a bond point grinding one too. So I've been working on that a bit, just in the background. Okay. Yeah, let's just do this, right? Yeah. Sure, yeah, okay. Are we just gonna immediately fight in the lake? We just going in? We got story. Oh, we got story. Alright. Dang, that's a cool background. Does the Lake District exist in real Britain too? Of course, it's one of the UK's biggest tourist attractions. It's known for its glacial lakes that seem to stretch on forever, and for its steep, rocky crags that have never been touched by civilization. In stark contrast to highly developed cities like London, it still retains the natural beauty it's had for at least 100 years. Fancy clothes, gourmet meals, and thrilling entertainment are great and all, but there's definitely something to be said for the kind of leisure time where you can just lose yourself in the environment. Again, why are you like this? I mean, you're looking at her being like that, clearly. Hey, Tanner. Oh, it's because she hasn't cheered up. Tori still hasn't cheered up. What's going on with her? I'm always gonna... I mean, I know this isn't a skip one. I'm gonna go with this one. Is it your first time to the Lake District, Artoria? Huh? Oh, yeah, yeah. I was just thinking. So this is the famous Lake District. It, sure is as pretty as a picture, isn't it? It's also just as quiet. Did I mention quiet? Damn. You have no poker face at all, do you? What the frick is poker? You're obviously still thinking about what Bargus told us, right? Don't keep it to yourself. Is this barrel gut truly Morgan's master, huh? That is the question. Well, of course, the real question might be, is Morgan actually a servant? It's a hell of a conundrum, that's for sure. Tanner and I have been going back and forth trying to square that circle ever since we got here. At first, I thought Morgan was the king of this Lostbelt. Same. I mean, she'd pretty much have to be if she's been ruling here for 2,000 odd years. After meeting Morgan and Beryl in Camelot. You mean when Beryl said he was Morgan's master and she didn't deny it? Morgan's not Beryl's servant, but Beryl is Morgan's master. That's a brainbuster, ain't it? I don't know where to begin. Any ideas to how that could work, Da Vinci? I'm afraid not. There's just too little information to work with. There's a chance it's Master lowercase m, right? He's British. He would use that word. If Holmes were here, he could string together a number of theories together into a plausible hypothesis, but, well, he's not. What about you, Artoria? Did you come up with anything? I do have one idea, I think. Remember what you said about masters and servants, the kinds of things Caldi has done so far. But I'd rather not think about it any more than that. If I'm right, then Morgan would be impossible for you to beat. A fairy you'd rather not even fight at all if you don't have to. A Habtrot? What's wrong with not wanting to fight her? Who says you have to try and beat her no matter what? Caldia's goal is to acquire Morgan's Rango Minion, and the Child of Prophecy's goal is to ring the 6 bells. Trust me, I heard Einzel's Child of Prophecy poem in Londinium enough to last a lifetime, and there's not a single verse in there about killing the queen. But Morgan herself told me to defeat her. Did she now? She's just playing everyone's antagonist because she doesn't dare trust anyone anymore. But I'm not saying more than that. All I care about is Mash and Tanner finally being reunited. Can't go around trying to please everyone else all the time. Sometimes you just gotta tell them to piss off. No more chit-chat. We've already got a few Moors headed our way. Remember Bargus' warning, Tanner? Good. Don't hold back. While counting on your firepower to get us through this. My firepower, you say? Sounds good. Let me press the cheat buttons. And win. Oh my god, they just announced that Beryl Guts' voice actor is now a VTuber. Oh boy. Although I don't love, and this might be controversial, I don't love his Japanese voice. I feel like it's not scummy enough. It doesn't have the right twang to it. At least personally. Hey, do you disagree? Awesome. That's fine with me. I don't know. I've listened to it and I'm like, it's fine, but it doesn't hit as hard as it should, you know? And I know it's like super controversial to be like, I don't like the voice actor or whatever, because it's the Japanese, it's the original, right? Like it's the original intent. But at the same time, I know that's kind of how I feel. Wow, you guys are large. Okay. Yeah, you guys are big league. So we're gonna go with this. We're gonna go with this. Let's go one. Ooh, not the best hand. That's fine. We'll do it this here. And then next turn we'll have Oberon come in and we'll go super strong. Did that kill? It super did, because it does 100 something thousand each, right? Oh, NFF, huh? Mysterious biological weapon. Okay, let's go with stun, because that's free, and then we'll go bop bop. Right? Yeah, because you still have it. Okay. Hello, Obi. Pop that. Okay, and let's go up and up and up, and let's go 1, 2. Oh, well, let's go 1, 2, 3. All right, there we go. Big numbers, big numbers, big numbers. Not that big, but what's my buster gonna do? Don't kill. Good, let's see here. Oh wow, that final buster did almost as much damage as my noble phantasm. Wow. Okay. And that's the last one for getting some of that there. I'm almost close to leveling up. That last monster was certainly new for Britain. Nope. That woman's gotta be nearby. What does she think this is, a vacation? Looks like it's gonna take us at least a full day to make it through the Lake District and get to the North Coast. I don't think we'll make it more than halfway today. We should look for a forest where we can make camp before nightfall. Say, Habitrot, do you maybe know this area? You said you're originally from the north, right? Well, yeah, I guess. This place hasn't changed in forever, so I at least know it better than the south. Why do you ask, Da Vinci? You want a history lecture from old Habby Cat? If you could, that'd be great. We've never heard much about the Lake District down south. Gotcha. Okay then. But just until sunset. Long ago, Britain used to be way smaller. Back then, this area was all ocean. At the time, Britain was the only landmass in the world. Well, at least the fairies thought so. That makes it sound like you know that there's more out there. Huh. So they worked to expand the isle. Then one day, when they expanded it up to where Manchester is now, there was. They noticed there was a forest on the far shore. That was this place, the British Lostbelt's Lake District. A forest in the middle of the ocean. That's where the northern fairies come from. They've been living off the fruits of that forest all the time. The northern fairies? So they were Knocknareeve's ancestors? Yep, the 6 clans and the northern fairies have totally separate lineages. Anyway, back in Fae Era 6000, I guess it'd be 8,000 years ago, Britain had its very first war. In it, the northern and southern fairies fought each other. Nowadays, it's only known as the War of Spring. It happened when the northern fairies got jealous of all the land the southern fairies had and crossed the sea to invade it. But even though the leader was super strong, on average the northern fairies were still weaker than the southern ones. Back then there were no humans on the northern fairies' side, only the southern fairies kept humans. The war ended with the southern fairies' victory. Apparently it was a total massacre. Whenever the northern fairies' successors were born, the southern fairies would just kill them on the spot. That's where they got all the bodies they needed to fill up the ocean up to the Lake District. They killed so many northern fairies that eventually new generations stopped being born altogether. Well, what happened to them after that? Everyone thought they'd gone extinct, but nope, turned out they were still alive. The leader of the northern fairies was made of much sterner stuff than any fairy from the 6 clans. Well, they weren't called the 6 clans back then, but you know what I mean. Anyway, the northern queen escaped, left the Lake District, and went on to make the Western Isle all by herself out in the middle of the empty sea. The Western Isle, Ireland, became a legendary island that no one could see, but existed all the same. It became the final hope for fairies who were exiled from Britain, a sort of last bastion of castaways. Later on, there'd be another war between the North and South called the War of Summer, but that has nothing to do with the Lake District, so I'll just skip that one. Anyway, after the First War, the War of Spring, the southern fairies claimed the Lake District for themselves and began developing their civilization even further. The fairies that would go on to become the Mere clan, and the fairies that from Britain's northernmost area would go on to become the Rain clan. Each built thriving cities here. Though of course, as you can see, they've long since been wiped out. Not sure thriving is the word I'd use then. Again, the idea of a single country enduring for more than 1,000 years doesn't really fit for us non-Brits in the first place. Morgan's fairy Britain had lasted for more than 2,000 years, remember? Of course, you can't really call it thriving either, since it hasn't advanced in any and all that time. The Rain clan, I see. Britain's skies are always cast in twilight, so it makes sense there would have been fairies who controlled the rain and other weather. But why did the Rain clan go extinct? Did they disappear naturally, or... Yeah, I'll tell you that once we get to Orkney. All you need to know for now is that the Rain clan and their city Orkney were destroyed in Fae Era 4000. So, 2,000 years after the War of Spring? Yep, they built their city around Fae Era 5000, so it was one of the few British metropolises to last over 1,000 years. Now I see, that's why Ireland's nowhere to be found. The Northern Fairies must be of Irish descent. And the only Northern Fairy to survive the War of Spring was their queen. But then, what happened to the Western Island? Why's that gone too? Why do you think? Because the Northern Fairies migrated to Britain, of course. Mab made that island to keep her fairies safe. She took it all back into herself just before she invaded the British Isle. Oh, interesting. You can absorb the land and turn it into power? Huh. That was the War of Summer back in Fae Era 2000. Ash the Savior and the first Tamlin fought in it too. Man, you guys wouldn't believe how strong Queen Mab was. After their failure in the War of Spring, the Northern Fairies coexisted with humans in Ireland for 4,000 years. Southern Fairies only saw humans as tools for producing entertainment. The Northern Fairies, though, they saw humans as partners, and together, they built a real civilization. So even though the Southern Fairies had the numbers advantage, the Northern Fairies were still overwhelmingly strong. At first, Queen Mab wanted to wipe out the Southern Fairies as payback for what they did to the Northern ones, but eventually Ash managed to broker a peace between the two sides. As part of the deal, the Northern Fairies were ceded the north part of Britain as their territory, and welcomed into the fold as the King Clan. And that's when the 6 clans we have now first came about. The rest, you guys already know. Anyway, with that kind of bad blood between them, it's no wonder the fairies of the north and south don't even get along, even in the era of the High Queen, right? Honestly, I'm having trouble keeping this straight. If only I had a button with all the history. Basically, I have to remember that there was a big battle between all the clans in the last years of the Fae era, right before the era of the High Queen began. What about the start of the Fae era 14,000 years ago? You know anything about that? Nope, there's not a single record of Britain's genesis. Ash and the first Tamlin tried their hardest to track one down, but all they learned was the story of the 6 fairies. The 6 fairies? Yeah, like the Bubba and Keranos, and there's a dragon down there. So you already know about it, huh? Yep, it was that mural. I don't remember all that much about it either. If you want, I'll tell you what I know as a bedtime story. Not that there's all that much to it. At best, it only makes for a decent lullaby. Interesting developments on the backstory. I love doing like one tiny battle and getting a half-hour lecture on the history. It's actually the best, right? Okay, not much change there, so we're good. Actually, let me grab these while we're here. What is that? What are we just missing? Just those? Okay. That should be... Funny number? Funny number! Yes! Let's go! Alright. Well. Just more Morse? Or is this Koyanskaya? I wonder if it's Koyanskaya. You know, kind of how I'm feeling. Well, we want casters. Let's grab, you know what? Let's grab you. Your single target. If this is who I think it is, you know, this is whomst I think. Let's go. Well, we'll just put Oberon in the back just for, I know he sucks for this, but we'll use him just for his stuff there. And we'll also go with another low ranking. Yeah, and then switch this out for Bond. Curses. Then we'll just get rid of that. Okay. Alright. We can not fit a 9, so we're fine. Let's do this. I think this is Koyanskaya. Is it not? It might not be. Okay. I don't know. I saw the assassin and I'm like, yo, is it time? But it's not. Morse? Ghosts. Okay. I mean, it's single target, so let's go. That. Let's go 1, 2, 3. Okay. Are we just gonna do 3 ghosts? Is that what we're doing? And nah, I don't think it's gonna do enough. Just under. That's fine. Okay. Let's go 1. I just want to do enough damage, so let's go 1, 2, 3. That's fine. There we go. Okay, next one. What do we got? Yep, that's another ghost. That's another one. We could do another full combo with you. So let's do that. Right, we'll pop that. And we'll go 1, 2, 3. Just keep it going. Right, getting stronger each turn. Okay, and oh yeah, we'll kill this time. And almost got back all the meter too. How quaint. And final ghost. Can we do a full Muramasa combo perhaps? We can. Okay, we got that with you. Let's go 1, 2, 3. It's multi-target, but you know what? We'll still do good damage. Ah, close, close. Oh well. And you know what? Just get him. I can't wait for the explanation of this costume. There's parts of it that now I'm starting to be like, are those Rongominiads? Right? That'd be interesting. Or, hold up, or, is this the garden? And it's like the 4 corners of the garden, so she can like place them down, and I wonder, that'd be cool. We'll have to see, I don't know. I have ideas. I have so many ideas. I've super lost track of the days. I have no idea what day we're at anymore. This spot looks perfect. Okay guys, that's enough walking for today. Let's go ahead and set up camp. I'll pitch the tent. I'm not gonna make the joke. I'll gather firewood. I'll go and write a report for the border. I'll go laze around for a while, since I'm just plain tired. I'll put up a bounded field to ward off animals and insects. Gosh, camping is so much fun no matter where you do it. I mean, if you can get rid of the insects, yes, I've camped out in places that were marshland and got eaten by bugs. Roger that, all hands move out. I mean, we beat you, didn't we? Is this a flashback now? All that's left to do is to rest up for tomorrow. Yep, I think now's a good time to call it a night. There doesn't seem any dangerous creatures here, so... Hold it. I still haven't told you guys about the 6 fairies like I promised. Oh, right. I'm sorry, Happy Cat. Please, go right ahead. Don't worry, I'm listening. It sounds pretty important after all. Okay, now which diary was it? Aha, here it is. Happy Cat's history, page 153. Became ocean at the end. There was ocean at the beginning. Oh? We doing cycles? After the shooting star passed, the land all ran into rivers. Shooting star. Look at these little scrimblow blow blimblows. Look at them. What is this Wind Waker art? Long ago, as far as back as time can go, 6 fairies went outside to find the world had become an ocean. There was no land, no rocks, no fish, no birds. And of course, there were no mountains or forest, which the 6 fairies loved more than anything. The 6 fairies didn't know what to do. They grew sad and thought of going home. This is awful, they thought. How terrible our world has become. Then, a large shadow rose up from the ocean. It belonged to a giant, fluffy creature. On its shoulders stood one of the animals the fairies believed was gone. The animal on its shoulders called the fluffy creature Cernunnos. Cernunnos, the animal, and the 6 fairies soon became friends. It wasn't easy living on the ocean. There was nowhere to go and nothing to do. But Cernunnos made things better for the six fairies by sheltering them from the waves. However, the animal that Cernunnos said was God. The animal said that Cernunnos was a god and that he needed offerings. So the six fairies offered Cernunnos their joy. They offered Cernunnos their wish.
The ocean without waves is nice, but we still miss having land.
And so the fairies' wish was granted. Then, after their rejoicing ended, the god grew tired and fell asleep. The six fairies revered Cernunnos for granting their wish. They made grateful use of everything that was left behind. And thus did the Isle of Britain come into being. May the first six fairies find salvation. Huh. Okay. The end. So, was that helpful, Autry? Wow. You're amazing, Happy Cat. Can't believe how much you know. Is she talking in her sleep pretending to be awake? What about the rest of you, Mermasa, Da Vinci, Tanner? Yeah, no, I'm fine. I'm still awake. No worries. I knew it. You gotta be patient if you're gonna make a good spouse one day. But seriously, that was really helpful. It seems pretty clear now that the giant beast from the mural, Cernunnos, really did exist along with the six clan ancestors. Also, what do you think that animal riding on Cernunnos' shoulder was? Maybe human, I guess. I think so too. Gods do like having mouthpieces. My guess is that this human was Cernunnos' priest. They were probably there to share God's word with the world. I see. So that'd mean when Britain was first created, there was a god, a priest, and fairies, huh? And now there's no god, no priest. The only humans that exist were made by fairies. There's gotta be something more to this story. Maybe that's what Morgan's hiding. Seeing how any stories related to gods completely died out in the era of the High Queen, you're probably right. But that leaves us with yet another question. If this story is true, it means Cernunnos gave the southern fairies, the six clan ancestors, this land. But then, who gave the northern fairies the land with the woods on it in the Lake District? Oh, I know that one. This is a secret only the Mir clan and those born in before the era of the High Queen knew about, but a certain being's corpse lay somewhere in the Lake District. Even if the world had become totally blank or an empty sea with no life, it remained all by itself without decomposing until it eventually transformed into a small forest. Albion the Border, the last dragon. There we go, that's why it's called area. There we go. The corpse it left behind when it failed to return to the paradise of Avalon became the Northern Fairies' homeland. Alright. Albion the dragon was an island. Specifically Ireland. Right? Interesting. Or, no. Lake District? Wait. Oh my god, there's so much more. Oh my god, there's so much more. This is interesting. This one is so interesting. Landmass spreads until it reaches Manchester, reaches the Northern Fairies. No, that is the Northern Fairies. They were on Ireland, right? The carcass of the Britain's final dragon. Cool. That's freaking cool. Oh my god, we got so much new stuff. Oh my god, there's so much new stuff. Okay. Okay. Albion. Let's go. You know what? Kill cavalry. We'll go with you. And we will go with... Let's go with someone who can get back a lot of meter with AoE stuff here. Filter... Arts... All enemies. Look at this. Look at this! Oh my god! Actually, you're really good at it, right? Yeah. Yeah, you are. I'm gonna give you... We want to specifically get NP up. NP gain up. That's what we want. Probably the best one then for you is... 25% gain. That's pretty strong. Gain by 10, gain by 15. Bust, no, we don't want that. That's not bad. That's not bad for you. But it's probably the best one, though. Because then we can pretty much get going right away with it, right? Yeah. Yeah. We got that with you. That will give to you. That will give to you. All right. Let's do this. Actually, we want to go into... Yes. Okay. Because, I mean, you're better because you get the type advantage. So, yeah, we'll go with you. All right. Nope. I thought we were going right into battle. So that's what we talked about last night. Thanks, Tanner. And I'm sorry again about falling asleep last night, Happy Cat. It's okay. I'm not mad anymore. Besides, I did say it'd make for a decent lullaby. It sure did. I slept great. I haven't dreamt so peacefully in a long time. So just how amazing was this Albion thing anyway? In proper human history's archaeological circles, Albion is thought to be the name of Britain's prehistoric civilization. In the Magecraft world, it's also known as the dragon. It's also known as the dragon of the Age of Gods and the last pure-blooded dragon. So to put how amazing that is in more concrete terms, well, while servants, that is, heroic spirits, are said to be super beings that are way beyond humanity both physically and spiritually, not all servants are equal. They're ranked based on the scale of their spirit origin. The heroic spirits, the very top tier, the ones that even other heroic spirits would consider astonishingly powerful, are known as grand servants. By that token, Albion would probably be considered a grand dragon by other dragons. That's freaking rad. I mean, if it was around when Earth was formed, that alone would mean it possessed 4.6 billion years worth of genetic information. It's not a god that was modeled on human perception or one discovered through faith. It's a primordial, supernatural being. That being said, humanity's no slouch either. In just a few 100,000 years, we took the culmination of all 4.6 billion years worth of life on the Earth and deciphered it, acquired it for ourselves, and are actively trying to develop it even further. That's terrifying to think about. So while a single human might not compare to something as amazing as Albion, as a race, there's nothing out there that surpasses humanity. We are the most advanced life form on Earth, you know. Well said. We might be enemies, but just now, I'm real glad we're on the same side. Thanks. You might be our enemy, but I love how you give credit where it's due. Of all the ways of two people to become friends. And yet, they still think of themselves as enemies. Weird. I know, right? Since ancient times, boys have and always will be boys, huh? The JRPG. The JRPG transition never fails to make me laugh. It's so good. It's so good. Because it's such a real thing. Like, you get it and you're like, yeah. Video games, man. Mir, who's behind. Wait, what? One turn, one left. Apply evade at the end for yourself. Okay, so it's only one evade each turn. Okay, it's one evade. That's fine. I can deal with that. And then in that case, since we're not going to be doing much here, let's just start with this. Okay. Alright, let's see. Just a regular... That's going to be annoying. Okay, so let's go... This is fine. Let's go with... Yep. And we'll do yep. We'll do yep. We'll do yep. We'll give you... yep. And we're going to go... Let's go 1, 2... Because we want to get more blue again, right? So we'll do this. Okay. And then do this. Speaking of dragons, almost all the way. That's annoying. Thank you. Okay. So you know what? Let's go 1, 2. Nah. No, let's go 1, 2, 3. Let's just do a turn of attack here. Go. Grudge. Please don't grudge. Okay, that's fine. Hey, nice. Cool. So let's go. So it's support that has it. So let's go. You know, we'll probably do enough if we go 1, 2, 3. Okay. And then we'll do this. And then we'll do... Well, maybe not enough, because it's still 2 more hits. And that's it. The important thing is we're getting on the anti-enforcement, so... Oh, maybe. Oh, yeah. I forgot she's super buffed now. Oh. All right. Bye, I guess. I was ready for another whole round. Okay, that's enough of that. You're the fairy who's been following us around since yesterday, aren't you? That's me. Hi there. I'm Mir the Nightcall. I've been watching you guys since I picked up your lovely auras. Wait, what? Okay, 2 things. 1, I've been watching you guys since I picked up your lovely auras. That's like big, you know, I like your vibes from across the bar energy. But 2, wait, what do you mean? By the way, unlike the original, my gender isn't exactly a secret, okay? Where did that come from? What? What do you... What? I don't get it. What did she mean by that? That's just random out of nowhere. Okay. Huh? A Nightcall? It's your spirit who didn't disappear after dying? But that's weird. I don't sense any hostility or malice or anything from you. Nope. I don't have any regrets or grudges. I'm just too strong to disappear, that's all. I've been stuck like this for years on end now. Honestly, I'm not sure what to do about it either. Gotcha. Sounds like a real problem. Would it help if we left some food on your grave or something? You want to leave food on my grave? Even though there's nothing there? That's so funny. Thanks, you guys are really nice fairies. Man, you sure a cheerful Nightcall, aren't you? Guess you didn't die because you lost your purpose then. How'd you bite it? Was it sudden? Did you have an unlucky accident or something? It was more of an incident than an accident. We were all massacred by the fire and wind since 6 years ago, just like Einsel predicted. Einsel died then too. Now there's no one from the Mir clan left. At least I'm pretty sure there isn't. Was there? That's odd. Everyone forgets things sometimes. Huh? Anyway, you guys look like you're a lot of fun, so I have a little request I'm hoping you can help me with. See, a few days ago, a weird fairy showed up and started living in a really important place we used to protect. Do you think you might be able to chase her off for me? It's Koyanskaya. Well, we're usually willing to help fairies. Night calls in need. We kind of have somewhere we need to be ourselves. But just out of curiosity, what does this weird fairy look like? Well, she's wearing a fancy upper-class fairy dress. She even wears fancy glasses. And she has a whole bunch of subordinates and a pink tail. Hang on, that sounds like... Yeah, it's Koyanskaya, I knew it. Hey, sure. Koyanskaya boss fight. As long as she doesn't beast out. Now that we have her servant form as a playable servant, can we fight that? That'd be cool. Alright. Dealing with some... probably Moors, right? Koyanskaya's that servant we saw with Mirian, right? Oberon seemed to think she was dangerous, but does that mean she's a problem Caldi has to deal with too? That aspect of her is kind of up in the air, and I have summoned her. But she's also kind of a pain. There's no doubt she's fundamentally incompatible with humanity as a whole, but we've never faced her directly just yet. She did try to kill us during the attack on Caldia base, and it was probably just her following the foreign god's orders. She's also made a habit of toying with the local populace in each Lostbelt, but I think that's just her way of enacting retribution. She basically took the existing systems of exploitation in a given world, like the relationship between the ruling class and lower class, and exaggerated them. She may hate humanity, but she's never tried to obliterate it. That said, she's been making a point of collecting creatures from each Lostbelt which never existed in proper human history. Also, that she's an immature form of a beast, a being bent on destroying humanity, would put her pretty firmly in the evil camp. Ignore the fact we can summon beasts later. If Koyanskaya were just acting as Mirian's bodyguard, that's between them. We have no business interfering. But if she's adding to her collection here too, well, then we can't just sit back and do nothing. It's really only a matter of time until she turns those creatures against us. Stopping her now is just kind of a self-defense. We don't have to fight them off later. I see. I think I understand why she's so dangerous now. In which case, she must be after... Mir, are we headed to the bog where the dragon's remains are now? She's trying to get Albion. Well, we sure are. That weird fairy came trundling up to that pitch-black pool one day with an umbrella in tow, even though no one else besides us should know about it. Then she kicked out the Moors, and last I saw, she was doing something nasty to the dragon's corpse. The dragon's corpse. She's after Albion. Damn it, has she no shame at all? The thing's gotta be like a national treasure. No tourist like her has a right to take it. Not to mention how badly it reflects on proper human history. Whoa, look at this Zelda battle. Moors, there's a whole bunch of Moors here. Run for it, everyone. Forget about the dragon's corpse. Don't throw your lives away. Don't worry, we'll be fine. Luckily, there aren't many pure fairies here, so we can handle a bunch of Moors. Oh, but make sure to stand back, have a trot. We don't want to risk a worst-case scenario. Don't be daft, you idiot. There's no time to be worrying about me. Their poison is super deadly. Make sure you have healers ready to go, Tanner. I have to fight these things myself. That's fine. No need to worry. We can handle this. Because if they are Avengers, that means we can use the Moon Cancer. If we can use the Moon Cancer, we might even be able to do some silly shenanigans. Sorry, is there not a single... Oh, no. Okay, well, that sucks. Gotta use her then. Okay, in that case, I was gonna do something mad silly, but in this case, we won't be able to double that up, and we'll instead just have to do... Sure. Oh. Interesting. Alright, that's not actually what I really wanted to do. I was gonna go with you, and then bring in you, right? And we'll get you doing some boop scoop looping. And then we'll just grab another Moon Cancer, because that'll just be useful. We'll go with Curse Cutting Crater, which will be Buster. Okay. Yeah. I mean, or I could even go... Honestly, I could go like this, and that should be fine. Right? Just kind of go all out. Yeah. It's probably for the best. Well, no, we'll try and do as many of these as we can. Okay. Let's go. We'll try and see how many we got. Is it going to just be one mega Moors? Nope. Dark Swamp Moors. Oh, they have multiple things on. What they doing? What they doing? Strength up against Fae, corroding poison. Oh, they have poison too now. Lovely. Let's do this. I'm gonna go with 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 this. Okay, and let's go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. All right. Do as much as you can. Just holding 3 little guys. Just 3 little fellas. Wow, that was fast. We broke them already. I guess we could have waited to do that to actually like clear our status stuff, but it's fine. You gonna get back to 100? Yep. Nice. It's like, oh, what the frick? Dude, she just blow on us? Ooh, I didn't like that. That felt like that violated me. Band of Poison. Activate on defeat. Oh, well, what if we defeat them all at the same time? Oof. Ooh. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy, you're gonna be hurting Oh, you're not gonna like that. Well, we could do Buster Up on you now, because we got some Buster Up on you. We don't need Sea Stars, and we don't need... remove, Sure Hit, Apply, Enchant. That does more damage, right? Because yours does when we hit them with that, with the mental debuff, right? And does that do on everyone? On all enemies? Sure, you know what? Let's do this. Because then this will do, yeah, give you a bunch of debuffs, which will now do even more damage, right? So yeah, let's do this. That did, I saw 100 pop up. They're super dead. Yeah. I don't care. Think I care? Yeah, whatever. Oh my god. Merlin. Merlin went from being the healthiest boy to nearly dead right away. And hey, that's a level up. That's a lot of poison. Oh, there's a lot. Oh, crap. 3 was bad enough. Now there's even more of them. Something's not right here. Moors wouldn't gather on their own like this. It's gotta be a trap Koyanskaya set. She must really not want anyone else getting past here. I mean, she's already got Moors under her thumb. This Koyanskaya lady must be even more trouble than I thought. In fact, now I think about it, I can't believe you knew she was like this and still greeted her and glouched her like it was no big deal, Tanner. Well, honestly, I don't know what I was thinking either. I got her on the team, you know. What else could we have done back then? Murray was there too. Now quit your gripping. Quit griping, rather. Get back to fighting. Stop griping and grip that sword, you know? We can't end this. I'm gonna end up using my noble phantasm until I'm drained dry. Keep those enchantments coming, Altoria. I'll pull off 3 Sumukari in a row. I mean, you can do that if that's what it takes. Even have to burn my own Spirit Origin for fuel. It's funny, because that's how he plays. What? Does that mean Servant Spirit Origins are flammable? Can't speak for everyone's, but mine is. Look, don't worry about it. Like I said, just keep... That's... Why he say that? He's gonna absolutely sacrifice himself in the story. It's so obvious when he said it like that. Come on. Well, then again, but Nasu might be so giga-brained that he doesn't. Look, don't worry about it. Like I said, just keep him coming. When you've been standing at the forge as long as I have, losing an eye or legs stops seeming like such a big deal. Sorry, what was that? Hello? Oh, hi! What's up? Tamlin Lancelot, what are you doing here? Never mind that. I'm going to clear out these moors. Why are you what? Stand back, Child of Prophecy. You're only getting in my way. No way, that's a Child of Prophecy? Now that I'm in Nightcall, I couldn't tell it was her. But now I'm getting a better look at her. I can sense it too. Oh, yay! She finally made it back to the entrance to paradise. This is great. What a relief. Now all our purposes have finally been fulfilled. What do you mean? Hello, Britain's Bell of Ending. Sorry, what? Huh. So you're the one with the highest of callings. The second Avalon LaFay. Huh. That seems important. But also, why is Lancelot helping us? Wait, are we doing what my favorite video game thing is? Which is, alright, we're in a chapter, and, like, it's, like, for a little bit of time, we diverge away from the main antagonist, and, like, here's a secondary antagonist that we have to team up with the main antagonist to defeat, and then we go back to being antagonists with them, because I love when games do that. That's, like, one of my favorite things. When you and the bad guys look each other in the eyes and say, can we deal with this together? And you're like, yeah, we'll let bygones be bygones and deal with this person way worse than either of us. And then you can deal with, you know, each other after. I love that. That's my favorite thing in games. Like, actually, for stories. In the 5th progress node of Section 18 Albion, you'll be defeated if the guest servant Tamlin Lancelot is vanquished. Good to know. Okay. Keep her alive. That we can do that. Maybe. Uh-oh. Well, we'll just do what we did before, but replace Merlin with her probably, unless we can throw her in the back. I see. None of you were hurt or killed. Not that it is any of my concern. How in the world can she rapid-fire her noble phantasm like that? You didn't come here to save us, did you? No. I suppose I could have just left you to your own devices. But this place is special to me, so I don't want Moors ruining it, that's all. They did say she's a dragon. I wonder. But how would that work? She went to school. Huh. So you're not going to fight the Child of Prophecy? Yes, I will, but not now. We all know there's going to be a war eventually. When there is, we Tamlin will lead the charge against the Child of Prophecy and the Foreign Mage. That's you, by the way. There's no need to rush things. When the time comes, I'll make your deaths so excruciating your souls will flee from your bodies from the pain alone. So cruel and sadistic. You're pretty ugly on the inside for the fairy said to be the most beautiful in Britain, aren't you? Me? Most beautiful? It's very kind of you to say, but no, I'm not the most beautiful fairy in Britain. Well, maybe if you value function over form, but true beauty has nothing to do with combat ability. Why am I bothering talking about this? I really need to learn what is and isn't appropriate for fairies one of these days. Anyway, I take it you're all here to ring the bell of pilgrimage? If you are, then I just turn around and leave if I were you. There's nothing like that here anymore. Anything that used to be here, has long since been burned. That's a face. Are you afraid of ghosts? Oh, yikes, you scared me. Did you see a ghost or something? Yes, I'm looking at one. Have you guys really not noticed it until just now? That's a night call. And if it's here, it must be from the Mir clan. I see, so that's what was calling to me. Huh? Oh, no, you got it all wrong. We don't begrudge anyone anything. We already did everything we had to. We had nothing left to tell you. More importantly, are you sure you don't want to hurry to the bog? Otherwise, you might be too late to stop that outsider from taking your homeland for herself. Your homeland. Whoa. Come on, Lancelot or no Lancelot, we can't let Koyanskaya get away with this, right? Keep out, come on. Whoa. Dragon bones. Monster Hunter. The keep outs is so funny. The NFF keep out take looks so out of place here, but it's hilarious. What are these hideous bindings doing here? How dare you wade into our lake with your own dirty feet? I can lick them clean. What? Dirty feet of all the nerf. Screenshot. Okay. Alright. I'm just gonna post this in my private collection. Alright. Nice. Alright. Sounds good. I'll have you know I'm very fond of this dress Lady Miriam gave me, so I've been toiling away at this excavation site from the air, as you can see. Unfortunately, these moors I just acquired have been unable to transport or destroy it, so I was nearly on the verge of writing the whole thing off as a loss. But luckily, even though these bones are worthless junk now, it seems mistreating them a little was the right choice. Now I'll get my hands on the Tamlin I've been waiting and hoping for. Isora, you must be an immature beast. You know about beasts, Lancelot? Of course I do. What do you know about them? Oh, I see. Proper human history must have a tougher time than I thought. Interesting. That doesn't sound like a we were told by Morgan sort of thing. These bones must be what's left of Albion's corpse. Whatever Koyanskaya wants with them, we can't let her get it. Come on, Tanner. We need to help Lancelot. We don't know what Koyanskaya's after, but whatever it is, it can't be good. This time, we're gonna cut off her tail and send her packing. What was that? How dreadfully crude. Not all of us world-class beauties ruin nations, you know. Why, if anything, I'm doing humanity a favor. I'd say what I'm doing here is just philanthropy. But I suppose trying to get you all to see reason is a fool's errand, since you can't even see what a blight this thing actually is. All that hard work I put in to acquire this fine specimen of a weapon, and you ruined it all. You know, I think this may be a fine occasion to finally get rid of you all. Bubble, bubble? Bubble, bubble? Stand back, everyone. Something huge is coming out of the bog. Is that a dragon? Could it be Albion itself? No, what are you, blind? It's just another Moors. You're all brawn, no brains, aren't you? You'll never be a match for Morgan like that. Woo! Hey, you can't blame Arturia for being confused. These magical energy levels are insane. They're as high as the Calamity in Norwich, if not higher. You're right. I don't want to believe it. But this water is all made up of the same stuff as Moors. It's literally dripping with animosity towards fairies. We're basically surrounded by Moors now. There's no escape. That's right. This is where Albion's dead flesh rotted away, becoming most foul substance in all of Britain. I'll call it beans on toast. I'm sorry. I actually like beans on toast. It's not that bad, but it's so easy to make fun of. And that's not all. This is where the northern fairies were massacred in the War of Spring. For 8,000 years, their hatred has festered away in this natural cauldron. Albion itself may be no more than a pile of bones now, but it's no trouble to collect all the magical elements that were left here and make them into what they used to be. What are you saying? Are you planning to steal Albion's corpse, since it perished all alone in the sea of nothingness? Of course not. My clients would be interested in acquiring a zombie. No, this is strictly a one-time deal. I'll return it to its old decayed flesh once all of Kaldi is dead. Besides, you're the thing I'm really after. Haven't I already mentioned that? You see, Lord Bale gave me a juicy, super secret bit of info. You're a living Albion. There we go. Oh, there it is. You're a living Albion, so I'm going to take you away from here and keep you all to myself.
But if Lancelot's Albion, why does she look like a fairy?
Now, as much as I hate to cut short a chat about my fabulous products, I'm afraid I must. Good day, Kaldians. Thank you so much for your patronage these last several months. Now allow me to escort you down to the depths of hell, where you can wait for Britain's destruction.
Is it just gonna be a big... Is this gonna be a big guy?
This is way worse than it was in Norwich. It's suicide to fight a Moors on this scale without Mash's protection.
We gotta find a way to retreat back to these ruins. One sec.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry. It's just, sometimes I get messages from people being like, yo, is this a new Fate thing? And I'm like, don't worry, I already know. The hell it is. Don't be fooled. That thing's all bark and no bite. Sure, this bog's curse is powerful, but it's not a real calamity. That weird lady up there is just giving it temporary form. You guys can take this thing easily. Now come on and kick its butt, Tanner. There's no time to be hanging out here. Mash is waiting for you to come get her in Orkney.
Well, in that case, bring it on.
Damn, just when I thought I'd broken their spirits. If only that odd little fairy hadn't stuck her nose in. Fine, I'll help you all here. Just this once, I'm going to disable the name and gift Her Majesty bestowed upon me. Because if that really is Albion's animated flesh, then I'm the only one who can burn it away. Hear me. I am not known as the knight. I'm not the knight known as Lancelot. My true name is Melusine. Melusine of the Dark Bog. I am the descendant of Albion, given my name by the most beautiful being alive. Alright, well, let's go to Melusine. What is that? Melusine, or Melusina, is a figure of European folklore, a female spirit of fresh water in a holy well or river. Alright, so it is a river dragon woman. Alright. Cool. Sounds good. Don't go to images. I see her. I saw her last ascension, but I'm so used to, like, when I see something in FGO in, like, Google Images or something, like, and it happens, it does. Truly it does. Just like when I saw the last ascension for Oberon, but here's the thing. I've learned to not look at it. Simply don't look at it. Like, I look at it, but I don't truly perceive it. There's a big difference between, you know, seeing and perceiving, right? So that's okay. Cool. Can I put you in the back? I can. Sick. All right. So this. Okay. Wait. In that case, wait. Can only be a guess. Never mind. So what I'm thinking is, let's go Let's do kind of the same. Actually. No, I might. You know what? Put you in the back. I'm going to switch you off for a Merlin, actually. Let's get a Merlin. We got strong Merlin. Anyone here got a strong Merlin? That's not the type of Merlin I want. Let's see here. It'd be nice to get one with like the Bond CE or something. But yeah, so if I ever see FGO spoilers, they're perfect. I don't look at it like at all, right? So let's go for, if it's single target now. But then again, we want to loop, right? Because then I think yours is, I mean, well, you are single target. You are red, right? No, you're blue. Oh, but then again, you can't get yourself back meter super easily. That's kind of the thing I want to do. So I'm going to stick with you, right? I'm going to stick with this for now. And let's go with the dive to blue for damage. What we can do is we can absolutely put them in the back here. I bet you, I'm going to start the battle and it's going to be like, they're going to bring in Melusine or something. Then again, no. I mean, you're blue. You're blue single target, aren't you? You're blue single target, aren't you? Oh shoot, wait, maybe I should try that. I think we'll get an emergency thing just as a precaution, just switch out just in case. Right? We can maybe, let's get plug suit. Then we can yoink her out if need be. We can be like, yo, that's not good. But we'll see here. Because if she's blue single target, she might destroy this, right? So let's go. Give it a shot. What do we have? Ooh. Whoa, that's cool. Alright. Oh, can we do her super? Oh, I want to see it. Ray Horizon? I kind of do, but yours is single target, right? Yeah, so better to not do that for now. Instead, let's go. Okay, let's see. We're going to go. Increase your gauge. How much do you get? Not bad. Not bad at all. Gain C stars. It's only a few. We'll give you that, though. And let's go with this, because that'll give you more gain. We'll give you this. And let's go 1, 2, 3. Alright, let's see here. Oh, and she gets even more gain up. Nice. Those are some good numbers. Those are some big numbers, actually. Nice. Nice. I'm actually really happy I summoned her now. Nice. Nice. Okay. Well, let's go with... You know what? I'm going to actually stun you. Let's go 1. We only got one thing with her. Let's do these. Okay. Those are big numbers. Not enough to kill, but... Are you serious? I should have maybe read what's going on. What do you have? If you sustain the... Oh, right. She said her flames are the only things that can do it. Right. I should have paid attention to that. Well, guess we're popping this. Whoa. Really? Hollow Heart Albion. Interesting. I've never seen this design. Huh. Kinda near Automata, you know? Okay. Interesting. Well, let's do this. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa, okay. It's kind of cool they make you use it. Oh! Whoa! Yo, I got such a big smile on my face. That's friggin' awesome. That's so good. Whoa. Whoa, she's so cool. Whoa, she's so cool. Whoa, she's so cool. I want to do that again. I want to do that again. Shut up, she's so cool. Okay. That's rad. That's really cool. That's really cool. And the fact she pops off the armor. Oh, she might be one of the coolest servants. Like, her original form was already so cool. That's just, she has a devil trigger. Yeah. But, okay, so she is Melusine, but she's also Albion. Dang. Dang. Really? Huh. Well, you know what that means. Before we move on.
Yeah.
Well, if it's story, we'll finish up before we actually ascend her, because they might be like, "Whoa, what did you do?" And then they'll talk about it first. So, okay. Goo! Beast. Oh, dang. Wow, she got her. That was unexpected. Yeah, that's Lancelot's Erendite. She just She just destroyed Koyanskaya's spirit core. No question. Oh, she is not having it. Oh, she's not having that. She's gone. What happened to Melusine? I thought you killed her. Lancelot. In this form, I am Tamlin Lancelot. I'll tell you nothing unless you call me by that name. Not there's anything I want to tell you in any case. Okay, Lancelot, we won't mention that other name again. But it looks like you're just as strong even without your gifted name. In fact, you might even be weaker as Lancelot, so if you want to go by that name, you won't hear us complain. Exactly. Thank you for being so understanding. No problem. I'm flattered you think so. But anyway, what happened with Koyanskaya? Should we assume she got away? Well, maybe. I should have gone for her head, not her heart. That beast was still weak since she hadn't fully grown, but she had vitality to spare. If I had to guess, I'd say she has several lives, so she should be incapacitated for a few days. Is she gonna be like Jester Karchur, where she just has multiple hearts and stuff? I still don't know what's up with that. Well, it's all thanks to you, Lancelot. Oh, good. I knew that, of course, but I'm glad to see you do too. Oh, this is great. Now Lord Skelly will stick around for a long time yet. Without Lord Skelly, the lake would have filled back in with regular ocean. Then the border between the surface and the spirit cavern would fall apart and Lady Ainsel would be sad. What are you talking about? Lord Skelly. Is that really what the Mir Clan called Albion? Yep, it's easy to tell who you mean by that way, right? Anyway, why don't we go back? The longer you stay here, the worse you're gonna feel. Getting that too, yeah. Poison is strong enough to affect spirit origins. I don't even want to think about the genetic effects it could have on living creatures. Besides, while I'd love to investigate Albion's corpse further, we have something else that we need to be doing right now. What are you gonna do, Lancelot? We're going back to those ruins. You need to ask? I've helped you already, so it's only right that I stick around a little longer. So you want to keep an eye on us just to make sure we don't mess with Albion's bones? I guess that is a more direct way of putting it. Thanks for clearing that up. Oh, this is mad awkward. What? What is it? Stare all you want. You're not going to find a weakness. No, it's not that. I was just wondering what you being a living Albion means. Also, I have to say, Melusine is a lovely name. Can't believe she just blurted that out. Even Abitron knew better than to bring it up. That has nothing to do with you, and it's not worth talking about. Lancelot is Albion's left claw. Really? When the planet turned into a sea of nothingness, Albion, who didn't make it back to paradise, well, exhausted their strength and died when they fell from the sky. But even though their core, their heart had stopped, their flesh lived on. Right before their body completely fell apart, they cut off their left claw. That left claw was Melusine's before this new life. It was here in this lake for a long time, not even sure if it was alive or dead. What? I didn't see anything like that the last time I was here. I'm sure you didn't. Before I looked like this, I was just a filthy clump of flesh. I had no muscles, no bones, no cilia, no hair, no joy, no fun, no sadness, no suffering. I didn't even know I was a dragon or what I would have liked to be. I may have been alive, but I wasn't truly living. I was just a thing, wriggling in the darkness of the bog. But then one day... Oh! Please stop this, Lady Aurora. You're going to dirty yourself. Any creatures living in a bog like this would be even filthier than the moors. Why would you say something like that? Just look at how much it's struggling to reach the light. It's okay. This lake is quite shallow. I'm sure even I can help it. Whoa, that art's crazy. Can they put that on the App Store? Jesus. Okay. Oh my god. Can I show this on YouTube? What is that thing? It looks like a rotten fruit. Please get away from it, Lady Aurora. You'll ruin your dress. Oh my. You poor thing. You must be so cold. You're not a water fairy, are you? Hello there, darling one. Or good morning, I think. Yes, that's better. I mean, that's beautiful art. No way in hell can I use it as a thumbnail, though. My name is Aurora. What's yours? Now that we're friends, could I offer you some tea? Oh, only if you like tea, of course. Yeah, there's no way I could... No way. It's a beautiful art piece, but there's no way. I met someone who had no reservations about cradling a creature like me in her arms. It was the first time I'd ever seen something beautiful. That was when I gained this form. I was no more than a bunch of cells, but once I saw her, I knew I wanted to be just like her. That was the first thing I ever wanted. And now I have this body, along with the name she gave me, Melusine. So you didn't have muscles or bones or even cilia to transport cells. You must have been something like an amoeba then. But then once you saw a model for a new way to be, you transformed into a fairy? Yes, that's right. Amazing, isn't it? It truly was a miracle. Nobody else would have ever thought to go into the dark, muddy bog, let alone cradle me like that. That's why my life belongs to her. My whole reason for being is making her wishes come true. But she had duties she couldn't neglect, so we couldn't be together forever. 100 years ago, the Earth, Wind, King, and Fang clans were so afraid of the calamity, they began fighting amongst themselves again. So at High Queen Morgan's suggestion, I became Tamlin Lancelot to bring the fighting to an end. That's why you're the only Tamlin who doesn't have her own army or domain. Babanshi hates fairies. Gawain, Bargus loves fairies and humans too. What about you, Lancelot? How do you feel about them? Did you just start caring for Percival on a whim? No, I didn't. I love Percival deeply. Love? I watched over him for 10 years, ever since he was a little boy. Every time he grew bigger or stronger, my heart felt like it would burst with joy, uncertainty, loneliness, and gratitude. I wasn't the best mentor, sister, or even friend. I've dreamed of a future where Percival could live happily, like the humans in proper human history, so many times though. But not only did he decline High Queen Morgan's invitation, he went and formed that silly Round Table army. I don't know how he turned out to be such a delinquent. I certainly didn't raise him that way. If you care about him, it's not too late to join him. I can't do that. I have to be a Tamlin. That's why I obey High Queen Morgan. Whether the Child of Prophecy's cause is just or not doesn't matter. I made a deal with Her Majesty. I had my reasons, and I'm going to honor the deal. Alright, that should be far enough. Besides, it's time I return to Camelot. I'll see you later, on the battlefield, as enemies. You really gonna fight Percival? He chose this path for himself. I have to respect that. But don't tell him you talked to me. It'll only be painful for him. Bye! Good luck at the battle in Camelot! Well, there she goes. She left as quickly as she came, just like last time. Wait. Was she the one that massacred the Mir clan? It's okay. It's all in the past now. I'm not upset. Everyone in the Mir clan can see the future. We all know when we're going to die, and it's hard to tell present from future. We feel like we're dead from the moment we're born. Yo, same! So we have no regrets, no desire for revenge or anything like that. Dying just hurt, that's all. I do feel bad for Ainsel, though. She was our leader, well, our princess. So she was always worried about the whole clan's future. She put so much pressure on herself, always worried about how to find a way for us to survive. She put all that on herself. She kept apologizing to the whole clan right until the moment we all died. Truth is, she was the only one who was supposed to become a Night Call. But I didn't want her to keep having to apologize to us even after we all died, so I volunteered to be the messenger instead. Messenger? So you have a message for the Child of Prophecy? Yep. There's no Bell pilgrimage in this city. Only the clan heads have those. And since Einsel's was destroyed along with her, I'm afraid you have to find a replacement somewhere else. Also, it's kind of hard to say, but, Mir, you're... It's okay, Tanner. I'll just hear what she has to say. That's a girl? Last thing Ainsel had to say was, the Child of Prophecy will come here twice. The first time will be to live, the second time will be to die. I see. Thank you, Mir. I'll remember that, I promise. Take care of yourself, okay? I'm glad you turned out to be such a kind Child of Prophecy. Make sure you don't hold anything back or second guess yourself. Just go there and save Britain. Save the rest of us fairies. Okay, bye. Huh. I see. I'm gonna check in with the baddies again. We do like keeping things... Oh. Maybe not. Well, I guess, no, maybe we are. Normally I was like, oh, it's not gonna be. And then I thought, okay, well, wait, she's also a baddie. She's definitely a baddie. Yeah, can't believe this. How could she have crushed my heart through the 6th tail clone I sent out? Oh, what a disaster. All that work I did to raise one of my tails gone just like that. Oh, see ya, Tamamo Gucci. The plan was to send one of my 9 lost tails to each Lostbelt so they could all learn and gain you. Shut up, you did the Naruto thing. Hold up, you literally just did the, I'm gonna make my shadow clones. They're gonna each go out, do their things, and they come back to me. Shut up. And once all 9 tails had matured, I was gonna become a beast that could have easily surpassed that smarmy fox maiden. But now the whole thing's ruined. Oh well, guess I'll just have to give up then. Really, now that I think about it, I couldn't have actually grown all 9 tails anyway since there are only 7 Lostbelts. Why are you here? What? Alright, let's... What? What do you mean? What do you mean? What? What do you mean? Is the joke that Shimosa was also one? Well, technically, there's the 7 Lostbelts, then there's Shimosa, and then there's, well, was Heian Kyo a Lostbelt? It was a singularity, right? Alright, let's try looking at the bright side of this. Do I cut my losses and move on, or do I stay put? Albion's body, which is a pile of bones, since it doesn't have any fur, there's no way for me to control it. That's worrying. You're saying you can control furry things? That's bad. Because we know of one big furry lad. And Lady Melusine is no longer a beast. She was a beast? Oh. But a fairy akin to a heroic spirit. It's too late for me to acquire her either. It'd be a pretty big loss if I pulled out of Britain now, but I don't see much reason to stay at this point. At least I found some good reference material for the private casino resort and private primate zoo I plan to build one day. That's interesting because we now have artwork of Van Femme, the true ancestor who owns the casino. He is a recolor of Edmond Dante's. I do feel bad about leaving Lady Murrin in the lurch, but... Leaving so soon? It's every bit as heartless as you seem. Oh my, look what the moth dragged in. Well, if it isn't the so-called fairykin who asked me to wipe out Woodwose's reinforcements without Lord Tanner finding out, in exchange for telling me where I could find Albion. Of course, you didn't say at the time the information you were peddling was worthless. You knew Albion was no good to me when you made that deal, didn't you? Of course I did. Why would I go out of my way to help one of Caldia's enemies? Besides, I only told you where you could find Albion's grave. You getting what you want from it was never part of the deal. Now, would you cut out the sickening slander before I get forcibly reacquainted with my breakfast? Oh, very well. Maybe no more than a rotted corpse, but it was still the last pure-blooded dragon. Even if I couldn't make it my kin, I was able to extract some valuable information from its bone structure. Should at least provide a good base structure for the Grand Tamil Shrine, the AAA Advanced Avenging Armament currently under construction at NFF Services headquarters. Wait, hold up. Hold up, isn't that the Metal Gear?
Oh my god, the Metal Gear has Albion DNA.
Now then, if you'll excuse me, Prince Devious, I must be going. I do hope you enjoy playing guide to Kaldi. You're looking for a weapon that can destroy the world, right? I really didn't want to tell you this, but right now, we need all the help we can get. Even from a beast. I have an idea where you can find an even stronger product that's right up your alley. So if I were you, I wouldn't cut my losses in Britain just yet. Wait, an animal on the shoulder. Oh no. Oh, that's mad interesting. Oh boy, we're really doing that, huh? Well, alright. First off, we can at least max you out now that we've seen your final form. Alright. Let's see. Yeah, wow.
やっと元の形に戻ってきた。見て、マスター。これが妖精国を焼いた機体、メリュジーヌの真実、アルビオンの最後のかけら。この姿になった以上、後戻りはできないわ。世界を焼く炎で思うままに走りなさい。
Alright. So, this is incredible. In the first and second one, turn to the third one to interchange Noble Phantasm, which that was what popped up there. Interchange. Significant. So you get 100%. That's so wild. That's so wild. You can just get 100. That's so freaking crazy. So the only at level 10 does it give 100%. Okay. And the damage up is 30%. And it's only a 5-turn cooldown? Wow. Wow. Huh. Okay. Let's get you finished up here. You can at least get you maxed out. Okay. Wow, do we somehow not have enough? That's cringe. Anyways. Grab all this. I couldn't grab all of it, but got a bunch of it. Can I not even grab those? Oh, dang. Alright. Did I accidentally grab all my frickin'... Oh, no. Well. Well. That's fine. It's fine. Don't worry. How do I get it so that it's only... it's fine. So let's go with... He's only at like 70, right? Mm-hmm. There's 79. It should be right there. Okay. We still got more to give her anyways. Okay,
レベルアップ
let's go with this. Okay. Okay.
最後の竜は朽ちてしまった
That's a different design.
肉は腐って
Interesting.
泥になって
That's entirely different.
その中で私は目覚めた
Is this just her
もう白い
birth?
翼を持つことはないと思っていたけれどこんな奇跡が起こるのですね
But you don't.
礼を言うわ
You don't.
私のマスター今日があなたのそして世界が神聖する日さあどんな週末をお望みかしら
Okay. Well, let's max her out. Get that.
人
You give me that. Because, I mean, if people say she's the best Lancer ever and that I never will need another one again, hey, that works for me. Look at those stats, too. Holy crap. Give her these. I don't think we gave her these. Okay. Let's see. She is now 90. Where is she? Wait, is she unselectable? Did we already do that for her? Where is she? Am I blind? Am I blind? Just go with class. Let's see, where is she? Oh, stop with the... This? Maybe? Is this how... Okay, I think so, yeah. Right there. She is maxed out. Okay, never mind. I did give her those. Cool. Alright, guys. Well, next time, we're heading on to Orkney. Sounds good. Which I think... Is that section 19? I think it is. Which is good because then that means that we will be getting our better form for a certain servant, which is good which means grinding will be easier in that upcoming Nero Fest. So thank you all for watching, guys. We'll see you next time. Ciao.